Now I would like to move on to his mistakes that he made. Even though Federer was a versatile player, he was often out of control of court and erupted updating themselves and rallying through the day without hurling his racket against the fence. His parents were mortified when they saw his son's behavior during tournaments. Roger could not understand this. He was never rude to umpires, linesmen, opposing players. His anger was reserved for himself. To overcome this, his coach, Peter Carter, taught him mental sides of the game. Not just strategy and psychology, but also the importance of being gracious and polite and reigning over his emotions. And over the next few years, the incidents lessened considerably. Now I'd like to move on to his criticisms that he received. Some of Federer's rivals or critics have criticized him after he hit a bad shot or lost a match. But he always took criticism in a positive spirit. With a smile, he tried to improve his game and fitness level after every tournament. Now I'd like to conclude this speech by saying, the success stories of Roger Federer goes on till date. He spent 237 weeks as world number 1. Federer is capable of overwhelming his opponents with his footwork, volleying skills, and by perfecting the strangest shots. Despite his reputation for fitness, Roger does not like a power game. His forehands are one of the most beautiful touches in the game. It's fluid, effortless, and explosive. You can almost see his racket head jump into warp speed of the forward swing. At the same time, it looks so natural and relaxed. Roger's courteousness and openness has endeared him to his tennis fans. He's also very active on Facebook. Federer's versatility was summarized by Jimmy Connors. He said, in an era of specialists, you're a grass court specialist, a clay court specialist, a hard court specialist, or you're Roger Federer. Now, I would like to tell you about why I chose Roger Federer for my topic. Roger Federer inspired me a lot because he's ambitious, hardworking, and dedicated. At the age of 15, he wanted to become a top professional player, and he achieved that through his determination and perseverance, playing a perfect game. That's what motivated him. He seemed to be obsessed with this, which would explain why he would even become frustrated even after winning points. While many players choke under pressure, he apparently maintained a winning mentality. Even though he was hot-headed and temperamental during his early years, he overcome that by practicing to stay calm and streamlining his energy to achieve perfection. Vidyanti always talks about setting short-term goals. I could say this is the route to success, but because that is exactly what Roger Federer did. After every year, he set short-term goals. For example, in 1999, his first professional world ATP ranking was number 301. He had set a goal to be in the top 200 by the end of the season. And then there he was, at number 64. I fully believe that every aspiring youngster should develop these success qualities of Roger Federer and work on them in their everyday life in order to become another Federer in their own desired field. Now, I would like to share with you about what I learned in a confidence building program of Fitness Academy. Before I stepped into this class by Vidyanti, I was timid, nervous, and shy. In the first class, she taught me what is confidence. In the forthcoming classes, she taught me several life skills, like how to bring out confidence, how to handle criticisms and rejection, and how to set both short-term and long-term goals. And after every class, I was slowly blossoming to become the confidence Pranav who was fast asleep within me all these years. I'd like to thank her from the bottom of my heart for making this life-saving change in me, which is going to help me in my future endeavors. First of all, I would like to thank my honorable parents for helping me prepare and rehearse for this speech. Second of all, I would like to thank Vidyanti for teaching me the nuances of public speaking and giving me the opportunity to say this speech in front of all of you. Last but not the least, I'd like to thank the Honorable Judge and the esteemed audience for patiently listening to my speech. Thank you.
Start with the judge first.
Okay.
Well, you did a really good job. I think there were so many statistics in there. How did you manage to remember all of those? You must have had some trick up your sleeve to remember when he won the Grand Slam, how many Grand Slams, you know, what his ranking was. That was a lot of data that you remember. Very well done.
Yeah, well, the truth is, I really like tennis.
Yeah.
Because I'm like used to the game, so it's just like automatically remembers.
That's good. That's you know, actually that's a big part of learning too, right? If you love it, it doesn't seem like effort; it just comes automatically,
Yeah.
right? So that's very good. So a question for you: what's the difference between confidence and arrogance? You know what arrogance is? Like arrogance is when you kind of say, "Well, I'm the best. That's it," you know, and you go about life thinking you're the best, and you know you boast about it, and you kind of behave like you're the best.
Yeah, arrogance is like overconfidence, and then it's like bragging, so then people won't like it that much. But confidence is like believing in yourself, and like not like too much or too little, but just exactly right.
That's very good. That's very good. Also, arrogance keeps you. It closes you for listening to what other people have to say. You don't have to always listen to them, but
And
taking.
you like your own thing, and like it could be right or wrong. So then you never know.
Right, and like in this case, he was criticized so many times, right?
Yeah.
The best example was when you said when he didn't behave on the court, right?
Yeah.
If he was arrogant, what would he have said?
Because arrogant is like
He'd
he'll be like, I can do whatever I want.
Yeah.
It's just my personality that I just get mad,
Right,
and then no one can change it.
right. But he was confident. He wasn't
Yeah.
really arrogant. So he took that to heart, and he paid attention to it, right?
Yeah, if he paid attention, and then he's like, okay, I'll try to improve on it.
Yeah, very good point. All right, so that's all I had for you. Very good presentation. Loved it.
Audience? Yes.
It's about your board. What gave you the idea for the board? Like, what gave you the idea?
I just walked up the store and then I saw poster lights and then it's like, oh, this looks interesting. So I asked my mom to buy it and she said okay.
Any more questions?
You asked it twice, right? That's perseverance.
Yeah.
You asked it twice, so that's perseverance. You asked it again and again. So you finally managed to get it.
Since how long you are playing tennis?
Maybe 2 years.
You want to be a good tennis player?
Yeah, I have to improve on it more. But yes.
That's good.
We are done. Wonderful.